Welcome to the Business Spotlight interview, where we talk to local business owners about their journey. Today, I'm joined by Matthew Lowman, who's the director at Carro Recruitment, a specialist recruitment agency supplying HGV drivers and warehouse staff nationwide. So, Matthew, first of all, hello.
Good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining me.
No, thank you for coming today. That's great. First thing, actually, probably if you can explain in a bit more detail what you do at Carro Recruitment and how long you've been in business and all those sort of things.
Yeah, so we started back in September 2022. We specialise mainly in temporary supply of HGV drivers, but we also supply warehouse staff into local businesses as well, local warehouses. We also do, I've just started getting someone to work for me to do a bit of commercial. So placing anything from solicitors down to just admin stuff.
Yeah. And what's the market like at the moment as well? Because I would have thought, I mean, if you go back a year, it was very much a booming market. Is it still very much an employees market, or is it starting to switch around now?
It was slower. It was a hard industry last year. You've got like hauliers like WH Barley that have gone out of business, and local hauliers going into administration. So as it was a tough year last year, we ended well. January is always that time of year where it slows down, but we've started January quite busy. So we're hoping that trend continues. But it is a tough market out there. If you speak to any other agencies, they'll probably say the same, and if you speak to hauliers out there, they'll definitely say the same.
Yeah. So what are the biggest challenges running a recruitment business at the moment?
Good people.
Yeah.
Good people. What you'll find is because January is that time of year where it does slow down, you'll get a lot of drivers and a lot of warehouse staff applying for the roles that you've got. So it's just about bringing them in, interviewing them. We always want to interview them face to face rather than just on the phone. So it's just getting that good people to come in and actually join our team.
Yeah. So what do you see as the big opportunities in the industry in the next 5 years or so?
Opportunity for myself is to grow. We have got big competitors out there. That's the thing. I mean, every week you've got a new recruitment agency starting.
Yeah.
So opportunities is just to make your business a bit more bespoke, a bit more personal, and that service level that you give to the clients out there will sort of expand their team, and also gives you good testimonials to move forward into your sales team.
Yeah. So you do see with all the new technology coming out, we keep hearing about the drones and things that Amazon are talking about, but there's the I forgot what they call it, the underground system for transporting goods between major hubs as well. Do you see that starting to bite on the industry, or is that too far out to be a concern at the moment?
We've got a warehouse in Brackmills that does that anyway. We're going to an open day at the end of this month for a haulier that's opened a new warehouse that's using robots. So it's been around. It's not slowed it down for that. It's slowed it down because people are just cutting their costs.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say it's got anything to do with the industry, like bringing in new technology.
Yeah. So against that background, what are your aspirations for the company in the next 5 years?
I want to double our turnover in the next 2 years. I want to expand out more to sort of the commercial area. We are having conversations abroad as well, so making it more international as well. So we've got some contacts abroad, so that should be quite exciting. But it's just to grow and just to be a name out there and just to be recognised. I mean, we are fairly new, and I met with probably the biggest, I'd say, the biggest driving agency in Northampton, and just as a compliment from we went to like a summer ball, and that person, the MD there, knew who I was and knew my agency. So that's a compliment from someone that's at that level in the industry to know who you are. Yeah. And I remember turning around to her and actually saying that that's a big compliment coming from yourself, actually knowing who I am, and I've only been in business here.
Yeah. So how do you build that awareness? What are you doing to do that?
Just quality. Just quality. I mean, obviously, I've got a BDM that does the sales. We gain testimonials. So we asked all our clients to give us testimonials. But it's trust. It's just getting a client to trust you, and not just getting new business, but growing on the business that we got.
Yeah. So with all that said, then what have you learned about yourself during your business journey?
Can be hard to work with. I am very demanding in what I want and what I want to achieve, but that's just the ambition in me. But I've learned that I can do it. I never ever, if it been God, 20 odd years ago, I was an operations manager at Royal Mail, so I never thought that I'd be having a 1.2 million turnover company in its first year back then. So I've learned that I can set up an agency. I can do what it needs. There are some things that I have got weaknesses. Everyone's got weaknesses. There are stuff that I'm still learning. I learn every day. But yeah, I wouldn't have thought that I'd have actually had a business that's turned over that. So I'm hoping it still goes in the right direction.
Yeah. So what do you think the learnings are underneath all that? It's interesting you think about the journey, but anything that you've learned about yourself during that time?
That I should believe more in myself. And when I did believe more in myself, then I achieved. So it's having more belief in yourself.
Yeah. Cool. And so what would you say to anyone thinking of going into business for themselves?
I'd always encourage it. Like I say, I never thought I would. It's a hard journey, but I'd just say make sure that you bring in the right people. I learned from Sarah. There was a bit from Sarah Davis, that the lady on Dragon's Den, and she always says, bringing people to do things that you can't.
Yeah.
So I'm not a great salesperson. So I brought in someone that was good at sales. I wasn't great at payroll, so I brought in someone that was good at payroll. So it's always making sure that you've got the right people around you that are good at what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. And then who is the first person that comes to mind when you think about success?
First person when I think about success, Stephen Bartlett.
Oh yeah.
A great and that in the sense that where he's come on a journey and the stuff that listening to his podcast and stuff is sort of great inspiration as to where he's come on a journey from where he was to where he is now.
Yeah.
And if you want to achieve, then you've just got to work hard.
Yeah. 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 So more about attitude than about your skill set.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if somebody wants to contact you at Carro Recruitment, how do they go about it?
So we've got a website. Obviously, our numbers are on there. We've got a social media team that puts out adverts on there. We've got a landline number and a mobile number and an email address. So all our contact details are on there. They're always visible.
Yeah, excellent. Matthew, thank you for your time today. It's been lovely talking to you.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.
Matthew Lowman from Carro Recruitment. Thank you.